Hey guys, Tarek here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Langreskaya. Today, sporting in the north, we have CaptainSPrice playing as OKW, and his loadout is a Luftwaffe ground forces, elite armor, and grand offensive. Facing off against them in the south, we have OngSongMangSong playing as US forces, and his loadout is airborne, urban assault, and recon support. Initially I thought this was maybe like one of the other Korean players, maybe GAT or otherwise known as Tiramisu, or maybe Asher, but turns out not. It's OngSongMangSong, unless they've got another account with like, this guy's got a lot of games as US forces. Yeah, about close to 1500. So very experienced US Forces player. We'll see how he goes on. Gets on against Price. So we're going 2 rifles into Pathfinders here, locking in recon support early on. Pathfinders can be very, very strong on this map. The excellent line of sight, very good, and most of this map, as long as their long-range firepower, pretty effective. Price, I think he was a little bit slow starting his third squad Fox Streamers. Looks like he's branching out, making a play for OngSong's fuel. A little bit slow on that fuel point as well. And charging in against the rear echelon. These days, you know, you have to pay a little bit more respect to rear echelon. They are a little bit scarier. And good movements here from OngSong, bringing his army from middle over to the far left. Perhaps he saw these territory points capturing. And that's a really good engagement for him, forcing away Price right there. Gem Pioneers have just been slowly getting whittled away behind this heavy cover. Have been just much better at that range. So a couple rough engagements for Price early on. And here we go, beacons up. These things, I find them so annoying, man. Oh man, they really weigh on your mind. You can reinforce from them, and as you can see, I believe from this radius, you can see like enemy troops nearby. So pretty good as a reconnaissance tool. You can kind of see them on like the tactical map or mini map.
Captain just took the battlefield.
And they're free, and they're very fast to plant down. My pet peeves, I would say, if I'm playing against somebody spamming beacons. So going from this into an ambulance, OngSong prioritizing healing his squads up here. Interesting, that will delay his progress to a light vehicle, and surprise, surprise, we're seeing the captain, and he's using it to supervise here. I believe he supervised the ambulance to come out a little bit faster there, so nice tricks there from OngSong. Don't see supervise used too often, but oh, got to see it there, and it was pretty sweet. Price also not a fan of the beacons, knocks that out. Making a bit of a push down this left-hand flank once again.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical
We do have the captain coming out here. He's got the bar equipped as well, so that could cause Price a few headaches. Price, meanwhile, sending his truck out. Looks like he's going to go for a forward battle group. I saw him joking about this in Hans's Twitch chat the other day, so he wasn't just joking, he was living up to the hype. An ambulance being used here aggressively, brought out to the flank. And overall, OngSong bringing his whole army out to repel this push from Price. Price having to pull back, losing a few models as well. And a very early retreat there. Just want to bleed any models. Looks like Bar squad coming back across the other side. But the other squad's pushing forwards on that flank. Seeing Price go for one squad of Fusiliers after 3 Fox Grenadiers. Can be tricky sometimes using Fusiliers against Riflemen, just Riflemen smash them close range so effectively. Can be tricky to get out of the early game with them. Pathfinders retreated, then came back out. Now they're kind of in a more favourable engagement, long range, both in light cover, much more suited to the rifle profile. Pretty big blob here for Price, trying to repel these squads. And he's going for a flak half-track behind this. A half-track coming in for OngSong, and similar timing. Incendiary grenade forces the retreat. And he goes for the Shreks. I know that Price has been trying to experiment with Shreks against the other pathway for US forces. The Stuart, you know, the M20 into Stuart, and I think that's more effective against that build pathway. But up against the Captain, you know, with the A half-track providing suppression on those Shreks, I find it a little bit more questionable. You've seen up getting suppressed and missing those shots. Not quite as effective as it is against the Stuart and the M20. And by going for this, he is essentially one squad down now. This is kind of like, you can almost consider it as a Raketin now. So he's a little bit lighter in the infantry department. These are, of course, like, they do spit out crazy damage with those Shreks. Quite formidable. Just getting the medics now. Half-track's doing some really good damage. Pathfinders get out of there alive. Nice sandbags down there from Price, allowing them to fight a little bit more effectively here. And look at this, OngSong bringing the ambulance out again. You almost never see this. This is a really interesting playstyle. And reinforcing his riflemen on the front lines with it. This is just like really novel play. I know that, you know, this is probably like the second most popular commander at the moment. But you don't usually see this kind of build from it. Because, you know, it synergizes so well with the lieutenant to start out with. Because you can go for lieutenant and then you can airdrop in pack outer. But, I mean, you can still airdrop in the pack outer, so this is still like a really good deal. You get a pack outer and a squad of paratroopers for like a bargain basement price. It's a really good deal no matter which build path you go for. Price setting up here quite far forwards, but we've got an AT gun behind this now. And one getting in position to fire on the flak half track. Gets one shot in. Smoke. It's from attack round but misses. Nice attempt though. And Price going for a Raketin now. He knows he needs a little bit more anti-tank to help deal with this A half track. The Shreks might not be able to find the mark reliably. But Price trying to maintain control in this area close to his HQ, not fully retreating whenever possible, just trying to keep up his map presence. One Shrek connecting there, but re-echelon doing repairs on the move. And Rifleman coming in on the flank here now. Price going for a machine gun to try maintain a bit of control. Oh, but there we go, airdrop combat group coming in. And this is when it gets nasty, you know, up against the support weapons that pack out, so very strong. After getting a good treat out of those riflemen there. But they did get on top of the cutoff. Getting in a prominent position. But with the Pathfinders providing sight. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Pops the smoke. It's away. But yeah, with the Pathfinders providing sight, it can be very hard to outmaneuver this US Forces army, and he can just sit back, let the pack outs do the work. And he's getting the M1919s on the paratroopers as well. So this is really taking shape for OngSongMangSong right now. OngSong. Oh wow, I butchered it right there. I apologize. Another beacon down so you can reinforce those paras on the front lines. So it's kind of interesting, both players playing like very far forwards. We've got the ambulance forwards again. Players using their forward reinforcement options. Back after trying to set up behind the safety of the building. He's going for some attack rounds there. Oh, somehow connected. Thought he was safe. I think Price did too. Evades that time. Yeah, he's got the paras there. The Pacowi's starting to pump away. And the AA half-track coming in from the other side. So he's kind of sandwiched right now with the AA half-track. Flak half-track just not quite as good. Oof. Shrek's mobilizing now. Oof. Oh man, a lot of bleed here for Price. A lot of bleed. Flak half-track coming back out though. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man, lucky break there for the paras. They got away. Extremely low. They did drop it in 1919, however. So it's good news for Price. Looks like he's sending his Shrek out to the far side. I suppose if he does rotate the A half-track over here to repel that squad, having an AT locked and loaded is a good option.
A capture point is under attack.
Next truck coming in for Price. Looks like maybe OngSong starting his major. Yep, about halfway done on that. Ooh! Oh, direct hit, squad down. Kitten is there. Pushing back the A half-track. Oh, and a big push here from Price. The A half-track staying in here and getting a little bit of repairs, so it's, even if Price did bring the Raketen forwards, it wouldn't die to one more shot. Just getting it slightly out of range from a follow-up Raketen hit there. Price is really struggling. Oh, picks up the 1919 stern pioneers. Don't see that too often. Oh no! M1 snuck around the side and knocks out the flak half-track. Shrek's coming forwards trying to get the kill on the A half-track, but no dice. So Price losing 2 units in quick succession there. Things are looking a bit dicey for him. Now trying to put up a Schwer without very much map control. This is a risky one. Oh! How did he range from there? Hey yo! This is a lucky day. A half-track going down. Oh, in come the MA3 cluster bombs. Price, did he cancel that? I'm not sure. Yeah, the MA3 cluster bombs don't do too much damage, and M1 gets decrewed up here on the front lines. Price just surging forwards. Finds the forward retreat point. Pathfinder's trying to hold the line here. Got another rifle squad coming in from the side. So yeah, these guys running out of health. Push runs out of momentum there, but decent exchange. I wasn't paying close enough attention to the resources, whether he cancelled it, how much he got back, how much damage it took before it cancelled. If it took, half damage, you get half resources back. That's how that works. Right, Price getting out another truck now. Either way, I mean, it did take a decent chunk of damage, maybe at least 1/3 health, so didn't get a full refund. And this is interesting. OngSong going for a Greyhound now, trying to keep up the pressure. He's so close to a Sherman though. He just waited a little bit longer. He could have got the Sherman out. Double AT guns coming around the corner for Price. He's got a lot of anti-tank now between the Shreks and the 2 AT guns. Oh, and they're setting up. Greyhound in trouble. Oof. Gets away though. And Price once again with the forward truck. He's looking to set that Schwer up somewhere offensive. Found the target yet. Troops getting chased away there. And what will take though is one big pack alley shot to completely turn the tide here when units are this tightly clustered. Price so blocking effectively here. Without the A half track to keep the suppression on. It's working out nicely for him. And he forces a lot of retreats. Greyhound back. Oh, no, backing away. Not full health. Price bringing his AT guns forward. They're a little bit low in health though, so it's a little bit risky. And it looks like he's coming in for the ambulance kill. Shreks are there. Oh, but they get suppressed. Grenade in. Shreks miss. Accuracy on those Shreks so much worse when they're suppressed. Price try to set up maybe for attack ground through the hedgerow. But the Greyhound not rounding the corner, not exposing itself. And probably because that beacon was there, OngSongMangSong knew that the AT guns were in that position, so he didn't bring his Greyhound around the corner, and that's the strength of the beacon right there. Showing itself off. Because he has no healing in his base though. Price putting down some med crates over there. He's already got upgrades on his units though. He's got a little bit of munitions floating, so not a big deal. Shot missing there. Langreskaya keeping the pressure on. Oh, this time with the white phosphorus barrage. He's vet 1. 9 kills on that already. The sphere is up, covering the fuel. OngSongMangSong is probably going to need to, you know, push that with a AT gun if he really wants to get control of that fuel again. And Sherman coming in for OngSong now. And I swear I've said this name incorrectly like 7 times. This cast is really unprofessional. Price has a decent chunk of fuel in the bank, but just needs the manpower if he wants to go for the Panzer IV. OngSong, you know, did rebuild the M1. I don't think Price has seen it as of yet. And once again, a bit of a reposition, bit of a fallback from OngSong.
Supply line just got cut off.
Targeting the Fusiliers. Shrek's connecting, he's chasing in, looking for a bit of follow-up. Greyhound kind of cornering himself here. Oh, but the second Shrek didn't come off for some reason. Might have been just ever so slightly out of range. And now he's in trouble. Sherman on the chase down, looking for the wipe. AT guns rotating. Ooh, Sherman gets one more model, but the Fusiliers get away alive. I suppose that's like pretty fair. Greyhound gets missed by the Shreks. Shreks just barely make it home. Evening out. Oh, big shot from the pack alley. Price soft retreating back to the medics. Empire he's joining the fight against the Paras, who are already vet 2, halfway to vet 3. They've been vetting up nicely. Concussive grenade in. And that forces the retreat. OngSong playing, you know, pretty conservatively, not really overextending anywhere. But But he is, you know, making use of these forward retreat points, forward reinforcing and healing. But is applying a lot of pressure from Price, so it's like it's a very interesting match. Don't see this too often. It's kind of played from either factions anymore, at least. STG overs around in the corner. I can understand why he would want to go for the STGs, because, you know, up against a pack out, so you want to be a little bit more mobile. Maybe he wants to like close the distance with the overs, keep them on the move, compared to being stationary with the LMG. The Shrek's locking down this flank. Making use of that beacon, reinforcing his paras on the front lines there. Greyhound joining in over here. Heavy cover gone, so... Ooh, Fusiliers take a huge shot there from the Greyhound. Sherman coming back in now. Fusiliers not retreating. They're so low in health. I think he should just conserve the manpower, get out of there. But Price, you know, not going for a tank. Looks like he's saving for the Tiger. Interesting. But not bringing up the AT guns. Maybe we could have brought the Raketen around this side. Tried to find an angle on these vehicles that were fighting in the middle. But Price, I have to say, so far his AT gun positioning hasn't been his strongest suit. Oh, and this is a little bit risky. Okay. There's a concussive grenade out there to the chase. Ooh, another big pack carry shot, and he just straight up retreats. I think he could have completed the capture there before the next shot came through. Takes out the beacon there with the STG overs. Oh, and another good shot from the pack carry. Still fully healthy, so, I mean, still full model, so backs away for the healing. Here we go. Tiger on the field. I imagine OngSong might have heard this through the fog. Price has got a bit of a window now before the Jackson arrives to get some damage done with this. But the AT gun is right there. Packow even landing some shots. Tiger looking to get aggressive. He's got the tank commander, and there's the Sherman also penetrating. Everything's connecting with the Tiger here. I think it's bounced a single shot so far. And there we go, bounces that one. Gets away, main gun critted though, it's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, I think he came forward trying to get aggressive. Oh, he made 3 cluster bombs coming in. Right on top of the HQ, has to dodge away. Nothing really going down there, a couple models off the MG34. Oh, but the pack hour, he's chipping in for some big damage against the double AT guns. Well, I was going to say, I think he wanted the Panzer Commander upgrade to be complete, and then he'd drop the artillery on those team weapons, but didn't quite complete in time, and that push ended up backfiring. Double AT guns, Sherman in a bit of trouble. Ooh, one Shrek connects, Sherman getting away extremely low, and Price is making a big push here. Decruise the M1. I think if the Tiger had a gun, he'd probably bring it forwards to assist with this push now, but not the case. Arrow's making use of the suppressing fire, I think. Shrek's missing the ambulance, vehicles pulling back. Price is pushing, beginning to run out of steam a little bit here. Oh! Oh! Okay, going for the kill on the M1. Tiger back up to full. Going back out to the front lines, and he got the kill on the AT gun. Nice work there from Price, good push. Cost him a tremendous amount of manpower though. OngSong still has a little bit in the tank, and he's getting the Jackson now. Tiger pushing forwards, ambulance could be in jeopardy.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
No, doesn't quite get the shot off. Tiger getting aggressive. Oh, Sherman in a bit of trouble. Jackson round in the corner though. think the Sherman's going to go down here. Yep, there it goes. Actually, AT guns backing this up from Price. Really good assault from him. And now the Greyhound in trouble. There's just nothing here to snare, and everything's bouncing off the Tiger, making up for all of those penetrations earlier on. Now the Jackson, yeah, goes down. Tiger probably should have stopped it there to guarantee high accuracy. But a complete collapse from OngSong. And he throws in the towel. Wow. It was looking grim there for Price, you know, a couple of those moments. The pack alley just chipping away. He was bleeding a lot of manpower, but that assault from the Tiger got the job done. What a turnaround. Oh, man. You know, he knocked out the AT gun, so he knew he could get aggressive, and OngSong only with one rifleman, no snares around, making life a little bit hard for him. And just, yeah, Price seizing the moment, seizing the opportunity, Tiger getting the job done. Very well played by Price. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.